Welcome engineers to a demo playthrough of this brand new game called Starbirds. It is basically a game made by one of my favorite YouTube channels, Kurzgesagt. If you haven't heard of it, you can YouTube in a nutshell. They basically do all these infographic videos with these cute cartoons, and one of the main characters they feature is this Starbird. And now they've made an automation game. They announced this quite a while back, and I didn't think they would actually make it, but here we are. The demo has just launched, and it is basically a factory style automation game. These Starbirds are traveling around the galaxy in their ship, and they need to mine asteroids and automate their resource collection. So we are going to jump right in and see what this game is all about. Alright, here we are. So the captain says, "Gather around, flock, I have a few words to say. For now begins our great mission." This should be some good squawking. Ahem, today we embark on a journey for the good of all bird kind. In the past, we locked wings and reached for the first mango, but today we reach for the stars. Mangoes do not power starships. We need rare earth fruits, iron, silicon, fruits that power dreams. That's a mighty fine speech in all cap, but what's our actual mission here and now? Right, Ruth. Actually, we need to make a quick stop to fill up on supplies before we can continue. At ease, everyone. Let's get back to work. Good hustle. Alright, here we are. So this looks like the map, and we've got some asteroids over here. The captain's helping us out. We're here, flock. These asteroids look promising. Initiate landing. How does this work again? Stella says, "Not the red button. Maybe his cryo egg got cooked on the way out here." I'm fine, Stella. Just walk me through the controls. I'm not familiar with this model. Just pay attention to the instructions, Cap, and you won't put a claw wrong. Probably. Listen up, flock. According to my notes, we should start with this quest. Alright, we've got a new quest from the captain. Let's accept it. So we have, I think we gain 200 credits. Their credits are this egg icon. And we need to deliver 6 iron, I suppose. So this is our space station. Our birds live here, and we've got to deliver the resources to the space station to fulfill some quests. Captain requests iron. Click an asteroid to see if it has iron and double click to enter it. Well, it looks like this asteroid has iron, and then we can double click to enter it. Take a closer look. Zoom in and out with your mouse wheel. Alright, that's cool. We can do that. Rotate the asteroid by holding down the right mouse button and moving the mouse. Sure. Okay, we can rotate the asteroid. Great. Looks like a peanut. To land, click on the big glowing crater. Easy enough. First, find an iron deposit, then drag an extractor from your building inventory onto it. This costs credits. All right, we have 250, and extractor costs 50 credits. And what does an iron patch look like? I suppose that is an iron patch, and these are some other resource. Does it tell me what? It's aluminum. I only see one iron patch over here, so I guess we can just sort of zoom in and put some extractors on here. Can we put it anywhere? Apparently. Okay, just put it on the edge over here. Click and drag your left mouse button to draw a pipe from the extractor to the launch pad. Okay, I've connected it, and it looks like iron is now traveling from this extractor into our launch pad. Great, now let's speed things up. Slap down some more extractors and connect them to the launch pad. Sure. How many can we fit on this tiny patch? Can we fit maybe one more? Yes, we can. All right, let's connect them all. There you go. There you go. And one more. That's all connected. Well done, Flock. We really earned these credits. Collect your quest reward by clicking the gold button on the left. A single launchpad can't keep up with more than 4 extractors. Build a second launchpad for better efficiency. Cool. So they've given us some more credits. Maybe I'll build my second launchpad near the other resource. Makes sense to me. Oh, there you go. Is there a better place I can put that? Maybe up here. Great. We're doing great already. Now let's ramp up our production. We need to stockpile some more iron and aluminum. Sure. I'll maybe put another 4 extractors over here then. That's pretty much all I can afford at the moment. 3 and 4. Then we just drag pipes over to our launch pad. And that will take it all back to our space station. And now our space station should have plenty of aluminum as well as iron. We've got a new quest from the captain as well. We can accept it. For this quest, you need to extract and deliver aluminum to the space station. We've just done that. Not bad. With all these materials, we can build our space station to earn more credits. Let's pick up our first module. So we can add a living quarters to our space station. That increases our station level by 1 and gives us 200 credits. And all we need is 6 iron. I feel like we've already delivered 6 iron. Isn't this one done as well? Yep, that gave us a bunch of credits. And we just need to deliver another 2 iron, which is done now. That'll make our station extra cozy. But now let's get back to business. There are still some resources missing from my list. Sure. Let's click the living quarters. We've got 550 credits now, and our captain wants us to get titanium and water, which is not on this asteroid, I believe. Hover over the quest icon and then over the requested resource to see what you still need to complete the quest. Yep, I know I need this titanium and water. Sure. Now we have to click the map. Can't find the resource you need here? Click the map button in the top left to explore more asteroids. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. So over here, this is the asteroid we just settled with our 2 launch pads on there and our 4 little mining stations on each launch pad. And they've got little ships bringing all that cargo back to our base. Fantastic. Is there anywhere that shows me how much of this resource I've got stockpiled, or it doesn't do that? Anyway, we have to click on the unidentified asteroid and spend tech points to discover it. We can click that and discover it for 5 tech points. All right, so we're getting tech points now. And we have discovered it, and it contains both of these resources that we need. How convenient. Let's enter the asteroid. All right, let's see if we can do the same thing. Where should we land? We haven't landed on it, so it won't show us where the patches are. I guess we'll just land here for now. That's good enough. I see a patch of both things here. Hey, look, all the titanium and water around waiting for us. Great. Do I just mine it then? Sure. Let's get just a couple for each one, I guess. Oh, we're out of credits. How did we run out of credits? I had like 500 credits. What do you mean? That's no problem. These shiny nuggets are just what we need to get some extra credits. Yoke just needs to collect them. Who's Yoke? I don't know. Deploy the rover. I'm guessing they're referring to this thing. Yoke is another bird. Ensign Yoke, reporting for duty, sir. How do I move this rover? Well, this is no simulation, Ensign. You must use the utmost caution, am I understood? Sir, yes sir, Captain, sir. I like your spirit, Ensign Yoke, but you don't need to call me sir. Just Captain will do nicely. Drag a path from the rover and gather up those shiny nuggets for some extra credits and tech points. Sure thing. Ah, you just drive it with the left mouse. Alright, let's have a little drive around the asteroid. It's so weird. This is very, very Kurzgesagt vibes. I feel like I'm playing one of their, playing in one of their YouTube videos. It's very cute. Very cute. I like it already. Anyway, that's enough driving. Now we've got some credits. We can... Oh, I missed one. Come over here. Ah, there's another one. They keep respawning. I want 150. Then I can build 3 of these extractors. So I can build one more over here. And then maybe one more over here to get some water and one more for water. And then we can link all of these back to the space station because we can't afford any more. We can get that through there. That looks nice and neat, isn't it? Great factory we've built. Can you go through the pipes? Yes, you can. Excellent. So we're trying to collect these. It's just going to take some time. Fantastic. Off it goes. Deliver some water. Deliver some titanium. Captain says, alright, almost done. The last thing we need to do here is fill up our oxygen tank so we're ready to travel onwards. How do we do that? Let's click that mission and get ourselves some more credits. New quest from Captain, we need to get the oxygen. Let's accept that mission. To produce oxygen, we need a refiner. Click it in the building inventory to start the research. This costs you tech points, alright? So that costs 10 tech points. That's exactly how many tech points we have. So let's get that researched. Looks like it takes some time. Ah, it takes resources to research, so we just have to sit here and wait for it, I guess. What do we think oxygen is made from? I bet you it's made from water, because water is H2O, containing oxygen. If you wanted to make oxygen, you would have to electrolyze the water or something to split the hydrogen from the oxygen. It's very, very energy expensive, I believe, but I'm no scientist. We have the refiner now. Refiner researched. Drag it from the building inventory onto an asteroid. Alright, let's do that. Do we just put it anywhere? We don't want to put it on the patch, right? Because we need to extract whatever. Place an extractor on a water deposit and connect it to the refiner. Makes sense. Let's extract some water and let's connect that to this. There we go. Did I get water there? The refiner converts water into oxygen and we need to complete the quest. So, now, connect the refiner with a launch pad and send the oxygen to the space station. Makes a lot of sense. So this is the output. That's your basic factory system. You input some raw resources into something that processes it into something more advanced, and then you deliver it somewhere. Alright, we are delivering oxygen. We need to deliver 3 more. Check out our little factory on this little asteroid. Pretty cool. Let's get some more credits. Do they carry over between story chapters and levels? Well done, we've stocked up on supplies, now nothing stands in our way of discovering even more valuable earth fruits. Fantastic. What do I do now? Complete the mission, I suppose? Captain says, excellent work, Flock. With all these materials stocked and our machines fixed up, it should be a smooth journey to our next destination. Stella says, I recalibrated our devices and improved the precision of our trajectory calculation by 20.2853%. That's if my maths is correct, and I do believe it is. Tell me, Rust, is your gut familiar with Kestrel's laws of planetary motion? Or maybe I didn't need to stay up all night doing the calculations that stop us being smashed apart by the asteroids. Thank you, Stella. I'm sure Rust was joking. Let's put all that math to work then, Flock. To the stars. Alright, looks like we've completed the hatched sector. I wonder if the demo has more playable stuff. Our sector is complete. Why is our score so low? We've only got 8 stars. We've claimed 2 asteroids, placed 20 buildings, collected 1196 resources, and played for 14 minutes. Excellent. Let's travel to the next sector then. Stella says, Captain, I'm getting a strange reading from this sector. My sensors have picked up a statistical anomaly, something with extreme mass and density. Captain says, that sounds just the kind of resource we're looking for. Where is it? We'll have to get closer to investigate. But Captain, there's a matter of debris field. I've advised that we make our approach steadily over a few days, carefully monitoring. Russ says, what are you squawking about? Captain, this is a great unknown we came out here for. Don't let Stella scare you. I'm not scared. Science Officer Stella, set a course for that group of asteroids. That doesn't sound like a smart idea, honestly. Scared? I'm not afraid of rocks. What a brave bird you are. We're very close now. Let's go find this strange object. Alright, what do? I guess we have to go discover some asteroids. We've only got 10 tech points. We've got gold and something here. We should probably mine the gold. Let's land over here. Maybe this is the strange object. This rock has to be the culprit. What is that? Great gizzards, I've never seen something like this before. I'd like to take it to our space station for examination, but it seems to have fused with the asteroid. That ain't no problem. All I need is an excavation hub, and lucky you, I know how I build one. Alright, that's the excavation hub that we need. We're missing tech points. The only way to obtain tech points is to extend your space station with modules. So we can build a lab, which will get our space station to the next level and give us 10 tech points. Fantastic. To do that, we need 6 water. Let's accept that quest and start extracting ourselves some water. Fortunately for us, water is right here. Let's build ourselves a couple of extractors. How many? We need 6, so 2 should be sufficient, I suppose, for now. So every time it gets a pack of 4, I believe it sends off one of these cargo ships. What are constraints? Needs to be placed on a resource deposit. Okay, so I guess I have to place it on there once I get it. Alright, that is done. So we've got our lab now. New supply quest available. Lab. That gets us 66 credits or 13 tech points. Do we have to choose one of these? I think I'd rather the tech points, right? And then we get to choose more quests. Ah, that's cool. They all give us similar things. We can get another lab. I'm not sure what we need to get. We can get oxygen, aluminum, or we haven't discovered uranium yet. Modules need taking care of sometimes, like plants. Completing supply quests is a reliable way to earn credits and tech points by delivering more of the same resource. Okay, well, we haven't even found aluminum yet, but we know we can do this one by crafting some oxygen. So why don't we build ourselves a refiner over here? We'll build ourselves another extractor for water. We'll direct this water into the refiner and we'll get that refiner to deliver some oxygen. That way we can get this done. So this is now done. We've got ourselves some tech points, which means we can research the excavation hub. Fantastic. There are loads of quests now. How do I let my flock know which one is the most important? The uppermost quest will get the resource first. Rearrange quests by dragging and dropping them in the order you want. Okay, so if they have multiple quests that share a resource, I can reorder them to see which one it goes towards. Fair enough. More supply quests. This one gets us more tech points. Do we need any more tech points? I suppose maybe we need some more credits because maybe we need that to build the excavation hub. The excavation hub is now done. Our lab is also done. Now we can get more quests. We've got this water going over here. And now we got a new module quest. We're not doing any of this stuff right now, so I'm just going to leave that. Let's deal with this first. Excavation hub 250. That's exactly how much we have. So we can plop that down on this mysteriously dense resource. Rust says, come on, Ruth, what's taking so long with the excavation? I want to get that strange object. Ruth says, hey, this ain't like building a nest. Sticks and feathers ain't gonna cut it for this high-tech work. Unless you want to peck that thing out with your beak. No, that doesn't sound like much fun. That's what I thought. Now let's get going. I'm gonna need these resources to get started. Deliver the resources from Ruth's quest directly to the excavation hub. Okay, so Ruth has given us a quest. We need to deliver gold and oxygen. Fine. So we need to deliver that straight into the excavation hub. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy our rover because we are completely out of credits. We'll take some credits and we'll get our rover to just run around, get ourselves just a little bit of credits so that we can build what we need to build. And then let's figure out what it is we actually need to build. So we want to turn some water into this. Now, can I pump more into this, or is there like a production rate? I'm not really sure how this all works. So if I get another refiner, for example, and then get an extractor over here, we can pump that in, get that into there, and that will deliver oxygen. But we also need to deliver 16 of these gold. So did that work? Yes, that worked. The gold is right here, so we can get another extractor, but we don't have enough credits for that. Now we can pick up some credits. We only need 50, so we should be able to find it on this planet, perhaps. There's one more over here. Fantastic. So with that, we should be able to get an extractor, and then we should be able to deploy a rover. No, not deploy a rover. No, stop that. We just need to drag a belt over here. How do we drag a belt? There you go. Drag a belt into there, and that should deliver our second material. Now, let's see what other supply quests we get. We need some money. We'll take this one. We need more money. These all give money, but I don't know what any of these are. So I'm going to just go back to my main map, and we'll see if we can settle on one of these other planets. We can discover one of these for 5 tech points. Sure. Does it tell me what they have? Let's discover this one because it's got the uranium we might need. Got more module quests, so we're gonna get this one, uranium. Let's enter it and see if we can't do anything on this planet. Land on it. Oh, it's red. Why is it red? Because we don't have the tech points or the money required to do that. So let's go back to our main map and let's see if we can't get some more money and tech points. So this should be done soon. The water is, oh, the gold, is that gold? Yeah, it's gold. It's slowly being delivered to our extractor. Excavation hub, I should say. Okay, that is done now. So we can complete off that quest. And now Ruth says, looking good so far. The next step is to tickle the object with a little radiation. I'm going to need some uranium. All right, lucky we already got that sort of started a little bit. We can complete this quest. Now we've got a new supply quest. That one gets us more tech points. That one gets us more money. Maybe we need more money. Let's do that. Then let's go back to our map and start settling the planet that we just came from, which is over here. We should have enough money and tech points to do so now. So let's give that a little landing. Don't know where, it doesn't really matter. We can deploy our rover and check out what this green stuff is. So this gives us some money and that gives us tech points, I believe that was. Not too sure. Let's go around and collect some more money. Alright, so we need to deliver 8 uranium, and this is the uranium. So we'll get some extractors doing that. We can afford 2, so we'll just have 2 going for now, and then we will up the volume as we go. Maybe you can come and get me some more tech points and money. There's our money quest done. We're getting some uranium going for the reactor, and we've got another supply quest available. Do we want more money? Sure, let's get some more money. Uranium seems to be a bit slow, so there's no reason we can't just slap 2 more extractors down and get that going like this. And now we've got even more uranium. Fantastic. Finished our reactor. That gets us some more money. And now we've got a new module quest available. We can do some solar sails. I'm sure we can do that. Gold is being produced, so we can go back to our planet. Can we redirect the gold directly into the hub instead of does this excavation thing do anything anymore now that it's done? Looking good so far. The next step is to, tickle the object with a little bit of radiation. Sure. To receive resources from another asteroid, you need a landing pad, so you need to research that from the inventory. Okay. So we need to bring the uranium over here is what it's telling me. But in the meantime, we can get some gold going with a little extractor. And then we can just bring that around there. So we get a little bit of gold going for some of our side quests while we're waiting. So we need to get our landing pad, which is being researched at the moment. It needs 22 gold. All right. So maybe we need a lot more gold than we have at the moment. So we might get another launch pad going, maybe on this side. And then we'll grab another 2 extractors over here. We have money for 1 more extractor, and we'll get that going directly into there. Get the gold going a little bit faster. How's our uranium going? We've got no uranium. So this thing needs uranium. This thing needs a launch pad, a landing pad. While we're waiting, we can get some more money, I guess. We're definitely going to need that. That one is done with the solar sails. Maybe we can get this one going a little bit faster. Get 3 in there. And what else can we do? We haven't done copper, we haven't done aluminum yet, and I don't really want to spend money settling another planet right now. But we can wait for this and this. Water is a little bit slow. Can we get some more water going? Maybe we should get these on this side. We get all our money back when we get rid of the extractor, right? So these will all be responsible for that. And then we can get water going maybe a little bit faster with a 4th one over here. All right, we are cooking with fire now. We can claim our landing pad. Stella says, I've researched the landing pad. To receive the uranium, make sure it's safe and place it in a big crater on the excavation asteroid. All right, so we need a crater for landing and a crater for bringing stuff out. Now, how do we configure this thing? Our rockets are delivering the uranium to our station by default. Go back to the map to change its destination. That's really cool. So you can transport things from here to here, I guess, between asteroids. Click the uranium icon and drag it to the landing pad. There you go. Now uranium is going between the asteroids instead of to our space station. Fantastic work, Flock. The uranium is being delivered to the other asteroid. Let's return to it now. All right, now I guess from my landing pad over here, I should be able to pipe uranium directly into here. So let's get a pipe going. If I do 2 pipes, will it be slightly faster? Nice. What happens if I do 2 pipes over here? No, these can only have 1 pipe. Great. That is delivered. That is done. And now Ruth says, we're almost there. Pretty sure this is the last thing we need to break the strange object loose. Ruth wants us to get 8 quartz. We have no idea what quartz is. Captain says, what? Wait, what is this quartz resource? Never heard of it. Hover your cursor over Ruth's quest, then click the quartz to open the wiki. So Ruth's quest is over here. Hover over it, and then click the wiki. I guess it's over here. Stella. It would appear that we need to produce quartz ourselves, and we need to do it in a chemical lab, alright? Sure. Click on the chemical lab to research it. Let's do that. That needs water and silicon. Okay, so we need to find the planet with silicon on it. Let's go ahead and do that. Any quests we can accept that will help us at the moment? Well, we're about to do silicon, so we may as well get that quest. New supply chain quest. We need money more than anything else to settle. Oh no, we need this as well. We need tech points to actually research and discover and land and things. So which one is the silicon? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Which one do you reckon, guys? I reckon maybe this one. Water and silicon. It's alright. If we're wrong, we only wasted 5 points, and then we can... Yes, it's the right one. Water and silicon. Let's enter that asteroid. We need to spend some tech points to land. We don't have tech points, but we are accruing them from our lab by delivering oxygen. Maybe we need that done a little bit faster. Does this thing tell me the capacity of one of these things? Well, does this thing still need oxygen, for example? Can we not deliver oxygen straight home instead of one of my waters? So if I delete this pipe and I delete this pipe, can I deliver the oxygen home instead? It only has 1 output, so that's how you know you're maxing out the output. Just get that going a little bit faster. Yes, we need a lot of silicon for everything. All right, that gets us the necessary tech points that we need. So if we go back here, we should be able to land on this new planet and start off our silicon harvesting. The game is really chill. I like it already. They've given a lot of content for the demo. So we need to land on a crater. Let's pick that one. Oh man, it was a little bit far, but that's fine. Then we can harvest our silicon. Where is our silicon? It's very far. Oh no, that's fine. We will get our extractor. Maybe we can get 4. 1, 2, 3. Can't afford 4, but that's fine. We can get a rover if we really wanted to. Can I get these like to connect? Not really. Hey, but you can run them along this pipe. Look at that. Nice and tight. Nice little conveyor belt of silicon. Now, that'll do a lot of quests for us. I think we need money more than tech points right now, so I'll take that oxygen quest, and then we'll let that run for a bit. Now, we can research our chemical lab, which is, actually that's already being done. Now we need to use our chemical lab, I assume, to convert that silicon into quartz. Stella says, I've researched the chemical lab. Dreams do come true. I've always wanted my own chemical lab. Good job, Stella. So according to the wiki, we should combine water and silicon in the chem lab. Okay, let's find some water and silicon, nice and conveniently close to each other. I like to do it here. So where's my chemical lab? It needs 200 of these. I'm going to deploy my rover over here because I'm just a little bit shy of 200. Go, rover. Go get me some more money. All right. We got 250 now, so let's get our chemical lab down. It needs 200. Oh man, I still need more. That's fine. The solar sail quest, that gives us tech points. Damn it. Let's see what other things gives us money. This gives us tech points. We haven't done copper. We haven't done aluminum yet. Well, I guess we're about to do the quartz. That'll unlock the treasury. And our supply quest should give us some money. So we'll do this one with the 40 silicon. And we've got enough money for one thing, but we need 2 extractors. So I'm going to run around and hopefully get some more money. Oh, there's some over here. There we go. We've got 100 now. So let's find our way to the chem lab. And let's get our extractor over here and an extractor over here. We will pipe the water in. We will pipe the silicon in. And then we should pipe out the output of this, which is hopefully the quartz that we need. Yes, it's producing quartz. Look at that. Nice and easy. I'm sure these production chains will get very complicated very quickly. Captain says, excellent work, Flock. We're now refining a steady stream of quartz. Do you need anything else, Science Officer? Stella says, maybe a tissue. My chemical lab is just so beautiful. Sniff. I wish we'd bought a poet on this mission. Okay. Come now, Stella. It takes all sorts to make some quartz. Oh, Captain, that's very poetic. Now, let's deliver this quartz to the excavation site so that Ruth can separate the strange object. We know how to do that. I'm going to claim this. I'm going to claim this treasury thing. Let's get some quests going in the meantime. We haven't got either of these. I'll just accept one. It's fine. Then we can accept this one for solar sails, for money, I guess. We've got lots of tech points. I don't think we need any more tech points. Can accept this one for money. Now we've got so much money going on. Back to our main overworld, we can redirect this over here. Oh no, we need another landing pad. They're all specific to each landing pad. All right, we need to find another crater. We need to get a landing pad on there, preferably one. There's only one crater left here. I don't think these little ones are craters. We're gonna have to get it over here. Then we can go back to our map, I believe, and then we will just direct that over to this other landing pad. Go back into the asteroid. And hopefully that landing pad will now give us... Oh, okay, it's got silicon and quartz. How do I know which one is which? Maybe it'll just figure it out. So I need to bring that over to here. So we need to do that. How does it know to bring silicon? It's bringing silicon. It's not bringing the quartz. Can I tell it to just do one or the other? I have no idea how to filter this. Okay, but it's working, I think. It's slowly bringing the silicon in. It's going to take a while. Our treasury quest is done. That's fantastic. We can do this quest. I think I need more money. Corridors. Oh, wait, but by bringing that over here, then it's not ever delivering to the ship, is it? I see. But maybe that'll finish the quest off. I've never seen birds gather resources so fast. It seems mystery is an excellent motivator. Now let's take a closer look at this strange object. Hold on to your bird butts. Just gotta lift this thing carefully. Then I can... Huh? Whoa, Captain, you're not going to believe this, but it's flying! Quick, hitch it to my rover. That'll stop it from floating away. But it's not floating away, it's just floating. Show me what it is. Like magic, we have to see what's inside of this rock. It could be like a tiny alien spaceship or something. Excuse me, if we're gonna open this thing, this potentially dangerous object, we're doing it in a controlled lab environment. You heard Stella, to the lab, command team only. Oh, and Ensign Yoke, you can come too. I don't want you to miss this. What have we discovered? What is this thing? Oh wow, look how many systems there are. Looks like the Starbirds are going to be traveling all over the galaxy. Nice, go on an expedition. Russ says, into the unknown. That's what it's all about. Let's explore this sector and bring home some of the treasures that we can find around here. This is an expedition to a bonus sector of Sublina. Replay this level as many times as you like, it will be different every time. Oh, that's cool. So what do we have to do? We got a quest to get 100 methane, 20 quartz, and plastic, which we haven't discovered yet, but plastic is made from a hydrocarbon, and yeah, this is made in a refiner. Cool. So I guess we're on our own here, right? Let's accept that quest. And let's discover some asteroids. So the first thing that we need is 100 methane. So that's right here. Let's go over here and start settling the methane planet. We will settle it here. And methane is right here. So we'll get some extractors going. No harm getting 4 extractors, right? I think this asteroid only has methane. There you go. Plug all that into our launch pad. And then we've got some quests that we can take for more money. Nice. That'll deliver the methane. That'll get that for the reactor. Let's get that first. Then let's see if we've got enough money to do something else. New supply quest available. Yeah, we'll take one of those. We need money, right? So we'll drag the supply quest above our main quest. And we've got another one. Maybe we're going to need some research points at some point. That one's done. New module quest available. Alright, we don't know which one is good. So let's well, we've discovered these asteroids. Maybe we'll get this asteroid going as well. Should have enough to settle this one. Let's do that. Then we can get this material and this material, which is silicon and sulfur. Nice. I'm sure we'll need all the materials, so let's just we can afford 4 of these, so we'll get 2 of these, bring that in, and then we'll get 2 of these going on the sulfur. 1, 2, get that going in as well. Oop, did that work? Plug that in, go. Is that plugged in? Hope it is. Alright, that's all plugged in, and we're getting those 2 materials now. Maybe we should deploy our rover over here. We don't even have a rover. Alright, let's claim some stuff. Gotta harvest some resources, so we definitely need more resources. We definitely need more resources. And maybe we can accept this now. Alright, fantastic. Let's go capture some more planets. Probably need this material, whatever it happens to be. That one gives us magnesium. Sure, why not? Let's just collect all of the resources. No harm, right? We'll settle over here. Where's our rover? Do we have to unlock the rover? Ah, logistics. Deploy rover. There's only like one thing over here, but we can deploy it and grab it, I guess. I'm going to drag these money quests above our main quest, and then we can get this one to get some more money. That way we can harvest this. We'll deploy a couple of... Oh, stop that. What's going on? Extraction. Get a couple of extractors over here. 1 and 2. And we can only afford that for now, so we'll just do these 2. Great, we've got that planet, we've got money, we got supply quests going. Do we need research points? Probably. Do we need this? Yes, let's accept this one because that's the only resource we're getting. Or let's get a lab. Do these modules in my space station give me anything? I don't know. But we need tech points to discover some of this stuff. So we know there's titanium here. We know there's water here. And there is sulfur here. Let's discover this planet then. Got some money on the way. Let's do that. Grab some new supply quests. We'll take some more research points because we're running low. Then we will accept this one because that's all we can do for now. Let's enter and colonize this planet. We only have 5 research points, so we might need to wait a second for this one to be done. With that done, we should be able to land on this planet now and harvest the materials. We've got 200, just enough for 4 extractors. So now we can extract some water, and we can also extract this material. I think it was titanium. So we'll get the water in, plug in the titanium, like that. And now we've got 2 more materials. Fantastic. All right, what do we need? Research points and money. We need everything. So this will give us some research points. Oh no, maybe I've gotten too many research points. All of this stuff is giving us research points. We really needed some money. Let's deploy our rover. And we'll just run around for a bit and grab some money. Alright, fantastic. We've got research points, we've got money coming. Let's get some new supply quests for money. We can do this one pretty easily. We've got so many research points now. So, what should we do? Let us get something that gives us more money. Probably this titanium one seems good. Let's go back to our main map and unlock some more planets, shall we? We've already got titanium and water over here. We've got titanium over here and another question mark over here. So let's discover this one. We might as well discover this one as well. This one's got titanium and that. We don't need any more titanium. This one's just got everything that we've already got. We don't need that. Let's discover these 2 as well and just see where all our resources are, because ultimately we're just here to get this stuff, this quartz and this plastic. So to get the plastic, we need to make, no, the quartz. How do we make quartz? We know we need silicon, right? Where's the silicon? Oh, let me complete these quests and figure out how to get silicon. I'm already confused. So yes, silicon, it's made over here. So let's go over here and sort out our silicon first. So our landing pad is already full. So we need to at least make another landing pad, launch pad, sorry. We'll do that near a patch of silicon. Probably over here. Then to make the silicon, I've already forgotten, we need a refiner, right? No, we need a chemical lab. So let's go into our production and unlock a chemical lab. There we go. Chemical lab, we didn't even need to unlock it. We can just do that there. Then we need our extractors. Now, how do I know how many extractors go into a chemical lab? There's no numbers or anything in this game. Let's try putting a second extractor. And does that give me faster stuff? This isn't making what I want. Hold on 1 second, I've done something silly. This is silicon. To make quartz, we needed a chemical lab. Ah, silicon plus water. Okay. I'm silly. All right, this is making some completely different resource. If you just put silicon in here, you end up making something completely different. I don't even know how to look at that resource, but is that just like nothing? It's like making the wrong thing. Let's stop doing that. So we need to bring water onto one of these planets, because I don't think there is a planet with silicon and water. So let's go back into our map. Let's get some quests while we're waiting. Acid, magnesium. I can't do any of that stuff. So we'll just do this one, I guess. And then we need money, so we can do this one. Alright, let's figure out how to get the water to this planet, unless there is a planet that happens to have silicon and water. I don't think so. That one has silicon. No planet has both on it, so I'm going to have to transport the water. So in my logistics, I'm going to need a launch pad. Is it a landing pad? No, I don't want a landing pad. I want a launch pad. If I separate the launches, will that help me? So if I, for example, grab my water from here into this launch pad, and now that it's a separate launch pad from this, can I grab just the water? I'm extracting the wrong material. So let's extract the right material. Get that into the launch pad. It's in a separate launch pad to everything else. So maybe if we separated them and we go this, yeah, maybe it'll let us control the resource where it goes if we just separate them. I mean, I do want some water going into my base as well, but I just want to try this for now. So we've got all the water coming into this launch pad now. Let's take a supply quest for some more money. Sure. What can we do? Can't do that. Can't do any of this stuff for now. This one we can do. Now that we've got the water launched, surely we should be able to redirect the water over to the silicon, right? So where's my chemical lab that I did? Over here. Let me get rid of one of these. Then we can build ourselves a landing pad here. Now if we go back to our overworld, can we tell it I want my water? So if I drag my water over to here, will it know? Water over to here. There you go. It knows not to crash into each other. And does it know just to bring the water? Yeah, it does. I think it knows, but you have to keep it sort of separated. Now I'm not getting water into my space station. We just have to remember that. So from our landing pad, we should be able to go into the chemical lab now. And if we direct this into the chemical lab, that should now produce what we need. Yes, we're getting quartz. Nice. All right, let's get some more supply missions going. We will take this one because we're not really getting any water. And then we will take these as well. We can do this one. Module quest. We're still not making the stuff we need, so we'll just take this treasury one. And now we can focus on doing our very last one, which is to get plastics. How do we get plastics? We need a refiner and we need to find hydrocarbon. What is hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon is made in a chem lab with either water and carbon. We need to find carbon. How do you make carbon? Carbon is, this is a complex production chain now. So carbon is made from methane and oxygen in a chem lab. All right, let's figure out where we can do that. Methane and oxygen in a chem lab. There's methane and oxygen. Anything else with methane and oxygen? There's quite a few asteroids we can do methane and oxygen on. So we can start with this one. We've got plenty of money, so we should be able to complete this production chain. Plenty over here. So to make oxygen, it starts with water. There's not much water anywhere. So let's just get one to do water. And now we need to put that water through a production machine to make oxygen, which is a refiner, I believe. So something like that. That should make oxygen. So if we zoom in on that, that should be making oxygen. Now, to make the carbon that we need, where is carbon? We needed to mix it with methane, I believe. Or sulfur, was it? Oh man, did I do this on the wrong planet? Hold on 1 second. Let me just grab some quests while we're figuring this out. So to make plastic, we need hydrocarbon. To get that, we need carbon. To get carbon, I've got the wrong item, damn it. It's methane and oxygen. My bad, we've done this on the wrong planet. Because there's no methane on this planet. Let's go find a better candidate. Gotta be one with methane and water. That's this one over back here. Yeah, let's do it here. That's fine, we got plenty of resources to burn. Plenty of resources to make mistakes on. There's that, there's that. So let's get the extractor. Get a refiner. So that will make the oxygen. Then to make this carbon, we need to put them together in a chem lab. So let's get a chem lab going. And I have no design pattern for any of this, so we're just going to figure this out as we go together. We will get an extraction going over here, bring that into the chem lab, and just like that, we should be producing carbon. Yep, there's our carbon. Now, to continue this production chain, we need to make hydrocarbon, which is just carbon and more water. All right, that's easy enough inside another chem lab. So if we were to build another chem lab over here, we have not enough money, but we can solve that pretty easily. Let's get some more supply quests going while we're waiting. Which one gives us money? We're not making glass. We're not making this. So let's just take this. All right, so we need another chem lab over here. So this chem lab goes into there, and then we need more water. So we'll get our extraction going. I wish there was hotkeys. That would make life a little bit easier. Then that should now make us our hydrocarbon. But that's not what we want, because what we finally do want is to put the hydrocarbon into a refiner to make plastic. So if we go production and we bring our refiner, say back here, we should be able to bring that into there and that back home. Now if we go to our top map, that should start bringing our final item, which is the 10 hydrocarbons that we need back home. And now we just need to wait. What's going on over here? Why is these all stopped? I've got some issue with my production over here. Too much water. I guess this is where you figure out that your rates aren't balanced, because you've got a bunch of spaceships in a traffic jam over here, like too much water being produced and not enough of it getting turned into this material over here. Fair enough, that makes sense. But we've got hydrocarbons and I think it's slowly sending it back. Did we deliver some already? Yes, we've delivered 4 already. Fantastic. There it goes. Look how fast it is. Zoom in. There it is done. Expedition complete. Replay this level as as a new expedition, or stay here and try to maximize your score. Cool, so we're done. Nice. And that is the full demo completed. I say it is a lot of fun. They've done a really good job with this. I really feel like I'm in a Kurzgesagt video as I play this game. Funnily enough, if you haven't checked out their channel, check it out. It's called In a Nutshell in English, or Kurzgesagt. And this game is on Steam now, so you guys can check it out if you want. But that's it for the demo. Can't wait till the full game comes out, and I'll definitely be doing a Let's Play one day when that finally comes out. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.